In this video, Z and I are going to show you how we've expanded our growing space over the few years we've had this land. So in 2023, when we first bought the land, we came out here and we decided to grow watermelon as a test of our soil. And we just sort of used the space of about 3 of these beds, these 3 first beds right in this spot. And we just put down some black plastic mulch and we planted watermelon transplants right into them, and then we kind of just like left them alone for the whole season. And then when we came back at the end of the season, or when the watermelons were ready, we were surprised to find that there were actually a lot of watermelons out here. Do you remember that?
Yeah, there were like a ton of watermelons.
Yeah.
They were pretty big too.
Yeah, the grass like in between the black plastic mulch was like really tall, so we had to hunt for them, but there actually were quite a few out here. And so then year 2 of owning this land, which would have been last year, 2024, we came out and we started growing on this first a little bit more than 1/4 of an acre. We built the beds out of compost and started growing here. And at that time, we built this deer fence that went all the way to what would be a 1/2 acre. So about halfway down our 1 acre field. This whole field is a little over an acre, like 1.5 acres. And so we fenced in with the deer fence, the deer netting, 1/2 of an acre and started gardening on this side. And so now today we came out here and brought the materials to expand our deer fence so that it goes around now our whole entire field. So we'll walk all the way back and we'll show you that.
Can I just interject with the fact that it smells so potently like garlic over here?
Okay, so right here on the other side of our shed marks the 1/2 acre point. So all of this is a 1/2 acre, all the way up to where we did have the fence stopping, which was right here where this deer fence netting is down. That's where the T-posts were. And so today we brought a bunch more T-posts out here and we're bringing the fence all the way back. I don't know if you can see that far yet, but it goes all the way back on both sides. Next thing we need to do is put up the fence. Obviously, T-posts aren't going to keep the deer out, but
no, unfortunately.
That'd be nice. They're like, oh,
yeah,
T-posts,
like, oh my goodness, it's a post. Yeah. I'm so scared. Run for your lives.
All right, so here's Farmer Andy. He's mowing down more area to put more T-posts, and it's gonna get loud if we go too close to him. But if you can see back there, yeah, you can. The T-posts go almost all the way to the woods. There's some space between the T-posts where the fence will be and the woods so that we could drive something back there if we needed to. And then eventually, this whole back 1/2 acre is going to be planted out in blueberries and strawberries and other berry shrubs, gooseberries. So the reason we expanded the fence this year is because right here, alongside the road, we're going to be planting trees and shrubs as a windbreak. So in order to protect those trees when they're babies from all of the deer that we have out here, that's why we needed to extend the fence all the way back there. The trees will go all the way back to that corner where they will meet our woods, our natural woods. All right, I suppose we should be helpful and put up some of the deer netting.
Man.
The other thing Z and I worked on today is we broad forked these beds and raked all the weeds out that are already growing. And we're gonna cover this whole area with one big giant tarp that we're gonna roll out. You see that tarp right there?
Whoa.
We're gonna roll that out together. No, I'm just filming the sky now because the clouds are like perfectly picturesque.
But I'm also perfectly perfect and I'm picturesque.
So here's the clouds that we planted.
What? We did not plant those.
But they're so pretty. I wish I could take credit. Zealand's a good broad forker. Here's the finished result. Our fence now extends around all of our growing space. I'll take you for a walk through it. We've got some holes in the ground now. We're gonna be planting trees. I'll record another video for that. We've got about 100 trees that we're gonna be putting in. You can hear cars going by all the time, so hopefully it will kind of dull that sound. Goes all the way almost to the woods. Now you can see the garden space that we're growing vegetables in from way over here. Our setup looks tiny when you look at it from this far away. There's our woods. It's held up really well. We've only had a couple of spots that we've had to reinforce with some metal twine. Maybe like a deer ran into it or tried to jump over it and it fell. So we put some metal twine in. But other than that, it's been working really well for us. So that's everything. Now it's like an open invitation for us to expand back to this growing area back here. It's our nice compost heap. And that's the full tour of our new fence.
Flame on the breakers, flame on the breakers, yeah, yeah, flame on the breakers, flame on the breakers, yeah, yeah, come on.